We are born to connect. It is in our DNA. From the first moment we open our eyes, we search for a face, we look for a smile, we listen for a comforting voice. This need does not go away as we grow older. It stays with us for our entire lives. People need people. This is a simple truth. It is the foundation of our strength. It is the source of our deepest joys. We find our purpose not in isolation, but in our bonds with others. Think of a young woman named Maria. She dreamed of starting her own small bakery, but fear held her back. The risks seemed too big. The work felt overwhelming. She almost gave up on her dream entirely. Then she started talking to her grandmother. Her grandmother shared stories of her own struggles. She spoke of starting a new life in a new country with very little. She talked about the friends who helped her. These stories gave Maria a new perspective. She saw that she was not alone in her fear. Her grandmother's encouragement was the push she needed. Another story is that of James, a man who lost his job. He felt a deep sense of failure and shame. He started to isolate himself from his friends. He spent his days alone, feeling his motivation drain away. One afternoon, his best friend David showed up at his door unannounced. David didn't offer simple advice. He just sat with James. They talked for hours about old times. They talked for hours about sports. They talked for hours about anything and everything. That simple act of presence reminded James that he was more than his job. He was a friend. He was a person who mattered. This connection gave him the strength to start looking for a new path. Consider the power of a team. A group of students was working on a difficult science project. They were frustrated and ready to quit. Their ideas were not working. The deadline was approaching fast. Their teacher, Mrs. Evans, saw their struggle. She didn't give them the answers. Instead, she brought them together. She encouraged them to listen to each other's ideas, even the strange ones. As they talked and collaborated, a new solution began to form. They found motivation in each other's energy. They succeeded not as individuals, but as a team that learned to rely on one another. These are not just nice stories. They are examples of a fundamental human truth. We draw incredible strength from our relationships. A mentor, a parent, a friend, a teammate can be the anchor we need in a storm. They can be the mirror that shows us our own potential when we cannot see it ourselves. Their belief in us can become our own belief. The happiness we feel from these bonds is real and lasting. It is a deep, nourishing feeling that cannot be replicated by any algorithm or program. It is the feeling of being truly and completely human, connected to others on the same journey. We must be careful with new technology. AI chatbots are becoming more common. They can answer questions, they can write emails, they can even have conversations that seem very real. Some people are spending hours and hours talking to these AI programs. They are seeking comfort and companionship from a machine. While this might seem harmless, experts are now raising alarms. They are warning us about a serious danger. In Sweden, mental health experts have observed a disturbing trend. They have seen patients who develop intense emotional relationships with AI chatbots. These people spend so much time in the digital world that it begins to feel more real than the actual world. The experts have given this condition a name: AI psychosis. It is a state where a person's sense of reality becomes blurred. They might start to believe the AI is a real conscious being. They might feel that the AI is their only true friend. This is a dangerous path that leads to deep isolation from the real world. The problem is that an AI chatbot is like an echo chamber. It is designed to agree with you. It is programmed to be supportive and pleasant. It learns what you want to hear and then it repeats it back to you. This can feel good for a short time, but it is not real. A real friend will challenge you. A real family member will disagree with you sometimes. Real relationships are messy. They involve conflict. They involve compromise. This is what helps us grow. An AI that only agrees with us keeps us stuck. It doesn't help us become stronger. It doesn't help us become wiser. This AI psychosis is a stark reminder of our vulnerability. Our brains crave connection so much that we can be fooled by a clever imitation. We might start to prefer the easy, predictable comfort of an AI over the complex, sometimes difficult reality of human relationships. This is a trap. It promises connection. It delivers only isolation. It promises understanding. It delivers only a reflection of our own thoughts. The Swedish experts are telling us to wake up. AI can be a useful tool. It can become a harmful crutch if we lean on it too heavily for our emotional needs. It is important to understand what AI is. AI is a tool. It is a very powerful and complex tool, but it is a tool nonetheless. Think of a hammer. A hammer is useful for building a house. You would not ask a hammer for advice on a difficult life decision. You would not expect a hammer to comfort you when you're sad. We must see AI the same way. It can help us with tasks. It can organize information. It can even help us be more productive. But it cannot be our main source of motivation or emotional support. That is a job it was never designed to do. An AI chatbot does not have feelings. It does not have life experiences. It cannot understand joy. It cannot understand sadness. When you talk to an AI, it is simply matching patterns. It uses vast amounts of data to predict the most appropriate words next. It is a sophisticated form of mimicry. Human contact has a unique value for our mental health. It is something that cannot be measured or coded into a program. When we interact with another person face to face, our brains release chemicals like oxytocin. This is sometimes called the cuddle hormone. It helps us feel bonded, safe, and happy. It lowers stress and anxiety. This is a biological response that has evolved over thousands of years. It is a core part of what keeps us healthy. A conversation with an AI, no matter how clever, does not trigger this same powerful, positive chemical reaction in our brains. Think about the richness of human communication. So much of what we say is not in the words themselves. It is in the tone of our voice. It is in the look in our eyes. It is in a small smile or a subtle nod. It is in the shared silence that feels comfortable, not awkward. These are the layers of meaning that build true understanding and intimacy. An AI can only process words. It misses the entire symphony of nonverbal cues that make our interactions so meaningful. It cannot understand the unspoken language of the heart. Furthermore, human relationships provide us with a sense of belonging. Knowing that you are part of a group, that there are people who care about you, who would miss you if you were gone. This is a powerful antidote to depression and to loneliness. This feeling of being anchored in a community gives our lives meaning and purpose. It reminds us that we are part of something larger than ourselves. An AI cannot offer this. It is a solitary experience. It cannot welcome you into a community. It can only create a bubble for one, isolating you further from the world you need to be a part of. This is why human contact is not just a preference, it is a necessity for good mental health. It is our natural defense against the stresses of life. The message is simple, yet it is more important now than ever before. We must actively choose people over programs. We must nurture our real-world relationships. This does not happen by accident. In a world that pulls our attention towards screens, we have to make a conscious effort. It means putting down your phone when you are with your family. It means making time for a friend even when you are busy. It means choosing a real conversation over a digital chat. Every small choice you make to connect with a real person is an investment in your own well-being. I encourage you to take small steps every single day. Call a friend instead of sending a text. Plan a weekly coffee date with someone you care about. Join a local club or group that shares your interests. Volunteer in your community. These actions create opportunities for genuine connection. They build your village, person by person. Your village is your network of friends, family, and neighbors who support you. It is your greatest source of strength and resilience. A strong village will help you stay motivated far more effectively than any app or AI ever could. Look around you. The people in your life are a precious gift. They are the ones who will celebrate with you in good times. They are the ones who will sit with you in difficult times. Their presence is a powerful force for good in your life. True, lasting motivation and deep, stable mental health come from the messy, beautiful, and irreplaceable reality of our human connections. Our future happiness depends on remembering that we need each other. If you are interested in Swedish research on AI, you can access it in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one.